What if there were shadow puppets behind us? I can't even see it. Did you see on some article, I meant to send it to you, they have discovered that it's quite possible that a T-Rex's arms like this are meant to be flipped like this to be wings like an ostrich or chicken. So they think that they were large birds with crazy teeth.
No, I didn't.
They sure did, Megan.
Okay, you want to do our 10 seconds of silence?
Were you just sniffing your Snickers? It smells delicious. It doesn't.
Well, it is delicious. It's a Snickers bar. We're not doing a good job being silent at all right now. Okay, silence. I don't know. That wasn't 10 seconds. So, over the weekend, I went camping to a lake.
That's just a no for me.
I almost told you guys in the Facebook group just to be like, listen, you know how I feel about lake monsters?
Did the eel pig visit you?
No, it wasn't that lake, thank goodness.
Thank God.
No, it wasn't that lake, thank goodness.
Thank God.
For one, it's very, what's the word? There's clay that you your feet sink into when you walk.
Ew.
And all I could think about were the catfish who were absolutely down there. And if my foot sank low enough, it was going to get them.
You would be noodling with your feet.
Yes. Exactly that. That is exactly what I was envisioning.
No.
So that didn't help anything. And then
no, Megan.
There were lots of kids, and it gets all that clay and stuff.
It gets in the water.
See? No, it's in the water. That's where you're
but
walking.
it makes it murky.
So
you don't know what's touching you.
And then there was seaweed, but we're not in the sea, so it's lakeweed, I guess.
Lakeweed.
And grabbing me. I mean, you guys, just the sheer bravery. Okay, I should get a medal for
that. Just seeped from your pores.
I got on a float, but it was a float where my legs had to hang down.
No.
And the whole time, I'm just okay, this is great, you guys. I'm having so much fun. So fun. And then, out of the water, I think, of course, my fear of things that live in the water is well documented. Have we talked a lot about my fear of spiders? I mean, you know.
I know, so I don't know that it's been well spoken on the podcast, but
it's pretty intense. And
we'll leave it.
But those are the main things I'm afraid of, right? I don't have a whole lot of other things I'm afraid of.
Right.
But I am very afraid of those things. And so we're camping. And
critters.
There were spiders.
Of course,
right. In the woods, obviously. And so it starts a downpour of rain, and we're all kind of huddled under this canopy, and there's 7 or 8 of us sitting there, just trying to stay. It was supposed to be a quick thing, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't. It rained for a long time, but we're all standing there, and I felt something tickle my leg.
No.
And I'm kind of watching my friend Amy's dog, and so I thought maybe it was just his long hair. Amy's sitting next to me, and I looked down, and it was a Granddaddy Longlegs on me. And I jumped. And I was like, it's on me. And I freaked out, jump up. And everybody is all of my friends.
That's amazing.
They're whoa.
Oh, bye.
And my friend Kurt, he's like, Megan, first off, he tried to tell me that he was also afraid of spiders. He didn't panic about the Granddaddy Longlegs. So clearly, don't
tell me you're afraid of spiders.
Don't tell me we're And then he was like, Megan, Granddaddy Longlegs aren't even spiders.
They're the most venomous spider out there. Their mouths are just too little to bite humans.
I've read that too.
Mm-hmm.
But he said that they are actually related to roly-polies?
Huh?
I don't know. But I was like, listen, I don't need your logic right now. I look at
The
it.
roly
It looks
polies
like a
are so
spider.
close to the ground.
I'm afraid of anything that looks like a spider.
Mm-hmm.
There was a clump of hair in the camper that was my own hair.
Mm-hmm.
But from far away, it looked like a spider. And so I didn't get close enough.
Right. No, you don't.
But it was a clump of hair. I look like an idiot. I don't care.
It still could have been a spider in the hair.
We've been talking for 7 minutes and haven't yet gotten to the episode. This is the Witches, Magic, Murder, and Mystery podcast.
Hey guys, I'm Kara.
I'm Megan. I just want you all to know that I have Googled it. And Granddaddy Longlegs spiders belong to a family of spiders.
It's an arachnid.
But if you Google Granddaddy Longlegs roly-poly, there does seem to be an article in the world that says that they are related to the roly-polies. But I don't care. They look like spiders to me. I don't really care.
Still some
Logic means nothing. This is a phobia.
critter
Okay.
that climbs.
We're here for Kara's.
Yep. I'm going to tell you about a Bobbie Sue Terrell.
Oh, Bobbie Sue.
Bobbie Sue.
Oh, I like it.
Bobbie Sue's a murderer.
I take it back. I don't like it.
Okay. Bobbie Sue is from a tiny little Woodlawn, Illinois town. And people said that this is how they describe her.
Okay.
Ready? Overweight, myopic, and painfully shy.
What does myopic mean?
Let's go.
Yeah. Here, I'll do it. My Google machine is right here. Are we racing?
Mine's being so slow. Look at this, just still spinning.
Lacking imagination, foresight, or intellectual insight. Wow, these people they didn't like her, huh?
No.
Overweight, lacking imagination or intellectual insight, and
painfully shy.
How do you know why do I do this? I'm not going to defend her. She's a murderer. I'm not going to defend her.
She had 7 siblings. 4 of those were brothers that had muscular dystrophy. And 2 of them passed away before she even reached her mid-30s.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that's a lot of health issues going on in the family that, I can only, once again, going back to her childhood, like what kind of childhood do you think she had? Also, like, parents were having to be
right now.
Health caretakers of these kids. She probably had to be as well because she was older.
Mm-hmm.
So, also it says that in grade school, she was really outspoken about her religious beliefs, and it said that her classmates didn't like it.
She's a religious. Mm-hmm.
Church loved it though.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. Though she played the organ for the Sunday services. She sang for him too, and the church said she had a great singing voice.
Well, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's too bad she's overweight and myopic.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And just painfully shy.
Great singing voice, though.
Exactly. She graduated high school in 1973, and she decided she was going to take on a nursing career. Like I said, she was having to be a caretaker for her brother, so that probably just led her in that path. Mm-hmm. So graduated high school in 73, became a nurse in 1976. And she was just like, let's go do this. So she married a man named Danny Dudley.
Danny Dudley.
Exactly. And they just kind of struggled with fertility issues. So they decided to adopt. But then the boy is hospitalized for a drug overdose.
The boy they adopted?
Mm-hmm.
How old was he?
I don't remember. He was a child.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. But then, like, their marriage just really started to struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? I mean, you have a kid that's...
with a drug overdose?
Yeah. So, husband's just feeling a little weird about it.
Like
I guess, yeah.
Because the kid's not old enough to,
like,
be on drugs. So we're talking about
unless he, like, got into the medicine cabinet.
Okay.
I don't know. So, he was like, you know what? I think you fed him tranquilizers that you've been taking for schizophrenia.
Oh, she has schizophrenia?
She doesn't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she's got a lot.
Mhm.
We're just going to keep adding to it as I go
Okay.
along. Yeah. So, she just couldn't have custody of the child in the divorce. I
Mhm.
mean,
So they did get
why
divorced.
not? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, but they're afraid that she
yeah.
poisoned her kid, basically.
Right.
Or her adopted child.
Right. So as you can imagine, she just was thriving mentally with all
Clearly.
of this kid being taken away, being accused of tranquilizing their kid. So she ends up hospitalized 5 times, stomach tumors, had a hysterectomy to remove her ovaries. She had surgery for a broken arm and it didn't heal properly. Gallbladder issues, ulcers, pneumonia, just everything was happening to this lady. All the health issues.
Okay, I have a lot of feelings.
Yes.
I'm going to wait till I learn more first. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So in July of 83, Hillview Manor in Greenville, Illinois, hires her as a nurse. She has surgery for self-inflicted cuts to her genitals.
What?
One of the wounds required emergency surgery in St. Louis, and she had told her counselor there that she had stabbed herself in a rage of frustration over her own infertility.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So then the nursing home was like, "Oh, Bobbie Sue, we need for you to just go get psychiatric care.
Yeah.
We just really need for you to just go get yourself taken care of.
Away from here.
Yeah.
Go
is the key. Somewhere
Gosh,
to
how awful.
get this figured out. You're just in a funk. And
If they removed her ovaries, like,
yeah,
there must have been some other.
Right, maybe she had endometriosis
Some
or
sort.
PCOS or whatever. Yeah. Well, she had those fibroids, she had cancer, like all these things.
Yeah.
So she was like, sure, yeah. If you, whatever, I'll go voluntarily put myself in the hospital.
Well, good.
So she had about a year in psychiatric treatment. They released her, and then she had several just odd and end nursing jobs. So, they were just like,
she stabbed herself in her genitals. I can't get over it.
yeah,
I'm so stuck on that.
Yeah. She fainted frequently on duty. Nobody knew why. So they were just like, God, okay, we're gonna suspend your license.
Yeah, because she doesn't seem safe to take care
Illinois
of
was
these
just
people.
like,
she's a liability for sure. Yeah.
We got some issues. So they suspended her license there. She was like, I got it. I get that they're going to suspend my license. I think I'm just going to go live in Florida.
Well,
nobody needs to know there.
No.
I can start a new life. Everything's going to be fine.
Is she going to be a nurse there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
No, she sure did.
Bobbie Sue.
So she got a nursing license in Florida, and when she went to go get that license, she didn't tell St. Petersburg, where she was there, like, living, that she had these issues in Illinois. And they didn't at the time look into it. So, I mean.
Well, and I guess back then, this is what, the 80s, so
yeah.
there wasn't as much a connection.
Listen, Megan.
Oh, no.
Michael Mervis, who was a spokesman for Unicare Health Facilities, said, she's a damn good nurse. Lucid as hell and bright diagnostician.
Do you think he knew her at all?
It doesn't sound like it.
No.
Do you know about Bobbie Sue's past, Mervis?
He's
Mr.
just
Mervis?
like the head of the hospital.
Yeah, he's like, she's great.
He doesn't know her at all.
Yeah, doesn't work
just
a
pretends
shift.
like he knows all the important.
Doesn't work a shift with her. Just thinks that he met her at a company picnic one time and she was great.
Myopic, you say? No way.
What?
No.
Okay. No. Okay, like I said, she's constantly moving from job to job. So she was in the Tampa Bay area. And she just kept getting all these illnesses. She had rectal bleeding that led to an emergency colostomy. I mean, she was struggling. She had at least 6 nursing home jobs in St. Petersburg. And she would be the one that would quit because of her illnesses. Her illnesses would cause her to just not be able to go to work.
So this is like Munchausen's.
That's exactly what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I was thinking when you talked about her brothers and everything.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I've read about Munchausen's is when they grow up in an environment like that, they see all the attention and care.
Exactly.
And it warps their brain about like how to get people to love you.
Exactly. But instead of pretending she was sick, she would do things to herself to put herself in the hospital.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is like what Gypsy's mom did to her in
yes. Yeah.
I want to say Mommy
Dearest.
But isn't that
Mommy Dead and Dearest?
Isn't that the Joan Crawford movie?
Maybe.
Anyway.
Whatever it was.
You guys know the story
Gypsy Rose.
of Gypsy Rose. Yeah. If not, you should look it up. It's horrific. Of course, that was Munchausen's by proxy.
Yes.
But still, or the girl in The Sixth Sense whose mom poisoned her. Which, so then that makes me think she did poison the adopted son.
What if she was messing with her brothers too? What if it started there?
Maybe.
We don't know. Okay. So.
Allegedly,
we don't know. October. She gets a job as a shift supervisor at St. Petersburg North Horizon Health Center. She worked from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. She was in charge of the shift. She was a shift supervisor. So she was in charge of the late night graveyard shift, and the graveyard shift kind of just ended up living up to the graveyard nickname.
Great.
So, sweet little old lady Aggie Marsh, 97, died on November 13th, 1984. So people were like, she's 97.
Yeah.
Like,
you're not going to question it much.
She's had a good life. Like, she's in a nursing home. Mm-hmm. Like, she just, it's okay. It's okay. So people started questioning things when a 94-year-old Anna Larson almost died from an insulin overdose. And they were just like, guys, Miss Larson wasn't diabetic.
Oh. Mm-hmm. So why insulin?
Right. And also, we keep the insulin locked in a cabinet. And Nurse Dudley is the only one that keeps the key. So, how?
Okay, well, it doesn't seem like it should. So this is where the story ends, right?
Yeah.
Shouldn't they pretty obviously be like,
what's going on here?
You all just put it all out there.
Mm-hmm.
No. She didn't do a very good job of this.
No.
She is myopic.
Exactly.
I'm going to try to use that word.
So, I know, I love it. So, November 23rd, 85-year-old, I think it's Lethe McKnight.
Sure.
Died from, strangely enough, an insulin overdose.
Are you kidding me?
Uh-huh.
And then the story ends.
Mm-hmm. And no, it does. Actually, that same night when Miss McKnight died, a weird fire broke out in the hospital linen closet. And then 2 more patients, 79-year-old Mary Cartwright and 85-year-old Stella Bradham died. Suspiciously,
There's one person with the key to the insulin.
Right.
This is not a hard mystery to solve.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Yeah, so they said that Monday dubbed the Holocaust by worried staffers.
Because so many people died?
Because 5 more patients died just like rapidly, one after the other.
She's not even trying to be discreet here. Why?
Yeah. There was an anonymous phone call to the home. It was a woman whispering that 5 patients had been murdered in their beds. So police were like, oh, okay, something's going on here.
Oh, from the home to the police?
Yeah. They were just like, ooh, this is strange. So they were like, we'll be there.
I wonder who called.
I don't know.
I wonder if it was her.
What if it was?
Please stop me.
From the linen closet.
And then she spontaneously combusted. That's where your spontaneous combustion story happened.
And it was in Florida.
St. Petersburg. It was actually in St. Petersburg.
Yeah. Maybe she visited her. Let's tie that together. Okay, so they get there, and strangely enough, she's got a stab wound in her side.
Megan. Kara.
The world turned upside down.
What?
For sure. So Bobbie Sue was like, you know what? There was an assault. And just some person came through here and just attacked us all and just killed some patients and came after me and stabbed me.
No one else saw it but me.
Nobody knows. And then they started a fire in the linen closet, and I got stabbed trying to save these patients.
People with insulin,
or else I was going to die.
God, she is so myopic.
Yeah. So she blames this person for the patient's deaths. And they just were like, okay, but we probably need to start an investigation.
You think? Probably. I mean, may as well. You know, you're here.
Yeah, and we can't, while we're doing this investigation, gotta let you go. And strangely, it stopped.
Oh, no one else died?
No, but it was just the person that was there.
The intruder.
Yeah, it didn't come back.
The one-armed man.
They got what they wanted. Yeah. So instead of being like, oh, shoot, I gotta get out of here, she was like, you know what? I'm gonna file a workman's comp claim. And she filed for $22,000 based on the stabbing. And psychiatric reports said that
Let's not forget, I was
stabbed here. There may have been some deaths, but I got stabbed. So they were like, oh, you got to go through some psychiatric evaluations. So we're just gonna do some routine checkups, health, mental health, all these things. And the psychiatrists were like, oh, she is schizophrenic, borderline schizophrenic. And she also, we found out, has Munchausen syndrome, which we all know is a condition characterized by self-inflicted wounds and false claims of illness. So then they get a hold of some records from Illinois.
And finally.
Like,
oh, she's a bad nurse.
Mutilation to self, some bad things happening. Just random. Oh, her child was poisoned. Great. So they're like, we cannot accept this workman's comp claim. This just isn't going to work out for you.
So it's like the insurance company that ended up investigating, not the police as much.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
So she's still hospitalized on February 12th when Florida's Department of Professional Regulation issued an emergency order for suspending her nursing license in Florida now.
Well, good.
So 2 states it's been suspended. And the spokesman said the state's Board of Nursing for Permanent Revocation order called Dudley an immediate serious danger to the public health, safety, and welfare.
Good.
Wow.
Good job.
You finally figured this out? Huh. Okay. So she was like, no, this is not how this is going to work out. I demand a formal hearing. And I'm going to wait for my day in court. Like, she's going to get out of it?
No, I think she just...
So while all this is going on, she marries a 38-year-old Ron, who was a plumber from Tampa. So...
Ron, why?
Yeah. She was, like... Ron was just starting to learn about her mental health issues, and she ended up in another mental health unit, committed against her will. So, while she was there, the Board of Nursing announced a 5-year suspension of her license. Why not a lifetime?
Yeah, why not eternal? Maybe there's some reason they can't do that?
I guess. They said they would reinstate it if she successfully completed her psychiatric treatments. But wouldn't you think if you have these issues that you'd need to be treated for the rest of your life?
Mm-hmm. Also,
you've killed some people.
I was say, when you're a nurse who has murdered your patients, there should be no way you could get your nursing license back.
Right.
But I guess she hasn't been convicted of anything yet, so there's one.
So then March 17th, she's formally charged with attempting to murder Anna Larson on November 1984.
Mm-hmm.
They found them living in a roadside tent. Searched their former residence.
Dudley, Ron and
Bobbie
Sue?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. And they found some things. So it says, under Dudley's mattress, police found a 5-page dissertation listing the patient's deaths, identifying them by bed number, and indicating what time they died. 2 deaths had been declared homicide by insulin injection, and they were just like, huh.
Why did she do that?
Huh. And obviously she had access to insulin cabinets, and she was able to change people's records.
Why did she write it all down and keep it?
Exactly. Even after they found all of this information, she denied any involvement.
But I mean, she has gotten away with this kind of thing her whole life. Not necessarily murder, but the lying about things. So she probably just thinks, she'll keep doing it.
Exactly.
Or this is what she wanted, was the attention. So this is almost like, great, I'm going to keep it coming.
Yeah. So she told her psychiatrist, Dr. Anthony J. Foreman, about the deaths. And it says, she told me that she was very upset because there were 13 people who died of overdoses of insulin. It says the trial was scheduled to begin October 20th, 1985. But the psychiatric tests kept postponing this. They were like, there's a lot going on here. We need to wait a little bit. And I'm sure her attorneys used that in her favor.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
So that was October 20th that all that stuff got postponed. October 22nd, 1985, her psychiatrist concluded she suffered from a schizophrenic disorder, Munchausen syndrome. And it just was like, people suffering from this can produce symptoms of serious illness. So they said she was extremely interested and quite interesting and quite bizarre patient. And then obviously she was fired from all these places. And at last, February 1988, she pled guilty to reduced charges of second-degree murder and was sentenced to a combined term of 65 years in prison.
I think the Munchausen's by proxy thing is they poison or inflict illness or whatever on other people to get like the attention of like, oh, you take such good care of them.
Right, exactly.
But that doesn't seem to be what she was doing with these people. It's just, it's like it's two separate things. Like she just wanted to murder them. Right.
She wanted to cause harm to herself for attention. She was killing these people.
That's what's so weird to me.
Like with insulin, when they had no need
and it was
for
like
it.
A quickly killing them. I mean, she killed. It was like
and setting fires
and 5 people in one day.
But then the Munchausen thing kicks in, and she stabs herself for attention because all these deaths.
If they feel sorry for me, they won't.
Right. Pay
it's
attention.
Very confusing to me. So she's like, it's like the murdering doesn't really have anything to do with the Munchausen's.
Right, but then is that where the schizophrenic kicks in? So one of her has Munchausen, the other one's a murderer. Like,
or she just wants attention.
Yeah.
Right? Like she's the nurse in the building where all these patients suddenly die. But I mean, again, she killed them all so quickly.
Right.
There's not even a lot of time for attention to build up. That's very confusing to me.
Yeah. So that's
I always want to understand why. I don't.
You know exactly.
I get how she developed Munchausen's. I get that.
Right.
But the rest of it is confusing.
No. Yeah. It was like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Bobbie Sue.
Well.
Yeah. Medical board licensing. Let's take this as a note to check into other states.
Well, and also, of course, maybe now you'd like to think this kind of thing wouldn't happen. But after that second death.
Right.
Like the first one was 97, and I get that they didn't think that it needed to be investigated. But when the second one was not diabetic, died of an insulin overdose.
Yes.
Insulin's only available to the one person with
exactly.
Why was she?
Why are we not
leave
looking at
immediately?
Her? Exactly.
While you investigate, like
they're like, oh,
how did 12 people end up dying?
Short staffed, Megan.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
We love you guys.
Research your hospitals and doctors.
It's really nice to be back from break and recording and telling new stories, and I love it. Okay, we love you
so much.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.